Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And no, the title isn't clickbait. This is genuinely campervan scam. Now this scam has been going on with cars and bikes for years, but it's happened massively with campervans now and caravans, because that has become huge after COVID. So the price of campervans and caravans went through the roof. So obviously the pond scum that like to steal your money and have jumped right on that bandwagon as well. So yeah, what I'm going to do in this video is explain what the scam is, show you how to avoid it and what to look for, and then I'll also show you I've had correspondence. So I got in touch with one of these scammers knowing full well it was a scam, and I asked the questions that I needed to ask. I told them what I needed to tell them to get the answers I wanted to prove it was a scam. So that's all here on my phone, and I will go through it all and show you that. That'll be at the end. So you know, if you want to see that and see what that is, you can obviously skip to the end. But so anyway, the reason this has become apparent to us is because we are now selling Big Gene, because we now want to move up to a coach built rather than a van conversion. So because of that, we've been looking, and I've been saying to Liz, well, this don't look right, these aren't genuine adverts. So anyway, that's why I've now got involved with this. So the scam itself, so what's happening is obviously they are going into genuine adverts and they're screenshotting the pictures of the van in all its, all the pictures, screenshotting all the pictures, going into the description, screenshotting the description. So that is all genuine, and then they make their own advert. And what they do is they either say only phone, I can't text, blah blah blah, or they won't say that, but when you get in touch, the first thing they'll say is, oh, I don't, I work abroad, or I'm never home, so this. So there's always a reason why they can't either answer or be there for you to go and see it. So this is how you know then. So the adverts, what they do is they aim at our greediness, really. So if you look at, obviously if you're looking for a camper van, you know what they go for. So if you're looking at a, say, 6-berth camper van and it's in the realms of 25-30 grand, and then all of a sudden there's the same type of model, same type of year, the same type of mileage, and yet it's 20 grand. So it's 5 grand or more cheaper than all the other ones out there. That's a massive red flag, because no one undersells their vehicles. No one's going to think, oh, I don't want that 5 grand, I'll sell it 5 grand below, for whatever reason. The only reason that would ever happen if someone's in a desperate rush to sell it, then there's a reason they're selling it, emigrating or loss of a partner, whatever. So it's always a huge red flag that it's massively cheaper than the other camper vans of that style or that manufacturer. So that's a big red flag. But as we all want a bargain. We're all like, oh god, that's a bargain, so jump on it quick before anyone else buys it. And that's what they want. They desperately want you to jump on it and panic and think, oh, I'll put a deposit. So one of the signs to check is look at sellers' other items. So if it's a business, if you own your own business, you will have pictures of your vehicles or whatever you're selling at your place of work. Or say with a camper van or whatever, or cars, you take it to the same local lay-by out in the middle of nowhere, so it looks pretty, but it's the same place every single time. So when you look in there, like sellers' other items, and they've got 10 other camper vans for sale, but they're randomly in different drives and different places all over the country, you think, well, how can you own this if it's in a drive? Like we saw some with like kiddies bikes still on the rack at the back. Yeah, there's kiddies bikes on the back, there's like stuff in the fridge, there's like stuff randomly laying around on the floor and whatever else. So that's obviously someone selling their van, but it's in a whole list of other vans for sale on this one person's site that they're saying they own. So that's another huge red flag, that it's it's not always in the same place of the same, like it's not a business. And even if you're a private seller that does a bit of buying and selling on the side, they'd be in your drive all of the time. because obviously you wouldn't want to have them parked in someone else's drive, and so there'd always be the same place to take pictures of your vehicle you're selling, or whatever it is you're selling. And yet these aren't. They're just all over the country, literally. So that was another big red flag. So that's things to watch out for. So now, how to find out? So I just messaged, contact seller. So I put in, is your camper still for sale? And you know, I got back. Now that I got back, yes, it's still for sale. I'll tell you what, I'll read it. So I got back, I am the seller of and it says the vehicle. I'm glad that you're interested to buy my motorhome. The price, which is ridiculous, it's £9,500 for a £20,000 camper, the one we were looking at. The motorhome is still here. I have the V5 document present in my name, current MOT, all the stuff that you'd expect someone to say. And then they resent all the pictures of the van. Now, why would you do that when they're on eBay? They resent all these pictures of this van. Okay, which is also a massive red flag. Why do you need to resend pictures you can just look at eBay on? So anyway, so I'll just jump back quickly because I've got to separate all the emails out. I put, when can we come and see it? Thanks. Because that's the first question you want to ask. Because if they don't own it, you can't go and see it. And so I did not have enough time to sell, this is good English, the motorhome before my departure from England, and since I'm in Scotland now and there are only 2 ways to do this sale. Huge red flag. The first option is to use a transport company that deals with the transaction, motorhome and money as escrow. I travel for my work and I do not have time to bring the motorhome, and I think your free time is limited too. So this is the perfect way to make things easier, faster and safe for both of us. Notice how they're trying to make it sound like he's doing us a favour. I will pay the company so you will not pay extra money. Then the motorhome price. You will get the motorhome to your home address and you can check the motorhome before making the final decision. I think this is the perfect way for us. The second option is by using PayPal. Pay after delivery services, and then they send a link there to it. Please let me know how you want to continue with this transaction, and then the name. So straight away I put, so we don't pay anything till the camper is at our home. Then if it's all okay, we pay the delivery company or you direct when it arrives. Sorry, I've got to scroll through the 8 miles of emails. So he then, massive email, so I do apologise for this, but it's good to see and it's good to hear. When can do everything through the transport company, it's exactly how it's said, when can do. Using any van, they will take care of everything and arrange the delivery to your address. If this is going to be a quick sale, I will let it go for the exact same money he said in the first place, and delivery charges included. If you decide to buy the motorhome, let me know. And then it just goes on about full name and address. He wants my full name and address, blah blah blah. Next step, we'll get in touch and send you an invoice for the motorhome, the tracking number to check the status. And it's all sounding semi-legitimate, but it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And at the end, it's, you get the motorhome, you got 7 days to decide, blah blah blah, as it said before. So I replied, now don't forget, I know this is a scam, so I'm trying to make them, force them to let me see something they haven't got, or not. Like, I'm refusing to pay any money. So I followed that with, unfortunately, I'm not giving any money to anyone without seeing the vehicle in person at the same time. You're more than welcome to sell it to someone else, obviously, but personally, I'd never buy anything I haven't seen or put a deposit on it without actually seeing it first, was what I said. Yeah, so obviously, when I've literally just said, unfortunately, I'm not going to give any money until I physically see the vehicle. I said I'm not going to hand over a deposit, not going to pay for it. I'm literally, if I see it and I like it, I'll buy it. That's that. So you'd think that would be the end of that conversation. You'd think the scammer would think, he's on to me, let's stop this. So I get a reply. I get an address. My address is, and I won't say address because if it's obviously the true owner's address, that's wrong. So I thought, that's weird. Maybe he does want it, but he's saying Scotland. Now he said the thing is, it says in Inverness, the address is in Inverness that he's saying where he lives. But if you remember earlier on in the emails, he was saying I'm away working, and I've travelled to Scotland. So he's travelled home. But anyway, that's irrelevant. He's put, I've decided to sell it using escrow, if that's how you pronounce it. Payment delivery service. Please let me know if you're interested. And then you've got 7 days, goes back again about the PayPal rubbish. So whatever. So I followed up with, as said before, I'm not giving any money over without physically seeing the vehicle. So if that's the case, I don't want it. I'll go find one that is genuine, thanks. So obviously I've told him, I know he's lying, I know it's a scam, you know, I've even said I'll go for one that's genuine, thanks. He replies, due to my location and since view or pickup is not an option, I will agree for a 7 days full inspection period. Well, he said this every single time. And then this means that in 7 days, he explained the 7 days, whatever, payment by PayMail. You can read more about it. And again, he sent me the link. Again, let me know if this is acceptable. Please confirm your PayPal. And I'm obviously never giving any of those details to someone like that. So I kind of pull a bit of a side one. I put, I'd love to purchase it, but will not give any money or a deposit to any company, regardless of how big the company is, like PayPal, whoever, until I've seen the vehicle. I'm not parting with any money. I say it 3 times in this, so it's a bit boring. Until I see it. So if it comes here and I like it, I'll pay for it. If not, I'm not interested. It's at the bottom, I'm not interested, exclamation marks. So I get a reply. Okay. You'd think that'd be the end, wouldn't you? It isn't. So now I will not be able to arrange cash payment on delivery, meaning the vehicle turns up, then I pay the driver or pay him direct. PayPal Anyvan is offering the escrow. So he's pushing for PayPal. PayPal. But what's mad is he wants the full value of the van. So he wants all of the money without me even seeing that it's even a vehicle. I can easily raise a transaction through eBay PayPal. And then, you know, so I then just put no thanks then. Reason is what I've already stated without actually seeing the vehicle. I don't want it. So you just think, why is he still answering? And again, he just sends the exact, due to my location, it's just sends the exact same eBay and PayPal. So obviously I've just showed you what he sent again. And then so I replied again, don't care about refund policies, etc. I can't see the vehicle before handing over the money. I'm not interested. So that means I don't want it. That's my final email. I don't want it. And I haven't had a reply to that one, oddly enough. So that's it. He just pushed and pushed and pushed to go through PayPal. Now, what I will say is, why is this? Because everyone thinks PayPal secure. And you think I can get my money back at any time. And I thought, I don't understand this. So I Googled it, ironically enough. So I've Googled it, but what I have done is I've had to screenshot it because it's, yeah, I don't know. So I Googled how are eBay scammers getting like secure PayPal things. And it comes up and that's what I've put. I'll read it, but that's the list. And it put fraudsters, pond scum, execute the scam by comprising an eBay seller's account that accepts PayPal payments, creating a new PayPal identity with a similar email to the comprised accounts, and then changing the eBay's payment address to the fraudulent account. So that's what they're doing. So it's tying it to the basically a genuine eBayer, and then but on it they're putting their own details rather than the person that's the money should be going to. So it looks genuine but actually isn't. So I didn't know that. I had to Google it. I did, and that's what the Google says. So yes, I know it's been a bit of a long one, so I do apologize for that, but that's how you tell. And as you can see, I've read that email. I know it's a long one, but you need to hear how they're answering so you can fight it yourself. So if you get any answers like that, just walk away. That is your hard-earned money. Do not lose it to these, oh, it's just literally pond scum. You know, that you work hard for what you want, and then they try and take it away from you. So I hope this is helpful, and I hope you've enjoyed the content, or at least if not enjoyed it, you've understood it, and it helps you out. So hopefully it's good. Let me know in the comments if you've had anything like that before. Like and subscribe, and see you next one. Cheers guys.